Hey YouTube, we're gonna dive right into it today because I'll be honest, I'm on a super tight, crazy schedule, and see if that'll make that a little better. Get Cluth right behind us, and and it is a live egg cutting day, which is always a good day. You know what? Am I with the lights and turn? The camera's doing that funky thing it did again. Let me try to flip that around. That color's much better when we use that. Let's try to see if that'll help. Maybe it's where I'm placing the thing. Maybe need to clean up the lens. Get all that crap off there. So we are going to do a live cutting today. Sorry if it's going to be a little fuzzy on the front view. Before we cut, I did want to show you a little bit on the other ones that we cut the other day. So let me show you how those are doing, which is clutch A1, or sorry, 6 and 7. And A2 maybe? I don't remember. Have we cut this one yet? Yeah. So these are the ones we haven't cut. So yes. So first of all, we do have babies crawling out of the eggs here. I'll go ahead and show you that. So since they're coming out, one thing I like to do at this point is we'll go ahead and get the empty eggs out. They're going to be in here for just a little while. I don't plan on shedding babies in these tubs, but I'll be honest right now, we're a little bit tight on baby space until some of my other ones shed out. So it's going to make it a little bit difficult. So then we're going to go ahead and just pick this rack here up, and so the babies don't have a spot to get themselves hurt on. Well, they are in this tub. A lot of people shed them out in these tubs. I like just to set them up because, well, I just kind of like to. And, you know, call me crazy. I think it's just a little more natural. I mean, after they live on volcanic rock. But, there's 2 Q-tips in there. Oh, I know, you're so kind of angry. But with only 2 out right now, we'll set them up here. They'll come out, crawl around, and then I can get this over to be washed. I toss that in my sink. And then we'll do the same with the other one, but more of them are out. So I am going to miss some of the comments while I'm trying to work on everything else here. This is a clutch we do have 3 bells in, and the rest will be either lesser or lesser pastels. The first one out, probably just a lesser. Lesser pastel would be a bonus. And we also cut this clutch. Now this one's got more of them out, I think. There's still several hanging out in the egg. So we're going to throw away the empty shells. And then those are all still full. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take this white rack out. Now this clutch, I'll show you a few things in just a second. Pop these eggs out of here. Kind of a cool thing on them. Get rid of this, throw it in my sink. I'm going to need to clean those in a minute because I got more eggs being laid as we speak. So this will kind of give you a really good look at some comparisons right now of an orange dream or 2 like that, which can be a little bit hard to identify on their own until a normal from the same clutch is there. Then it kind of sticks out like a sore thumb, right? So there you're looking at 2 orange dreams and a normal. Of course, we've got 3 more to still crawl out of that clutch. So, sorry, 4 more to still crawl to that clutch. Got 1 trying to escape. Sorry, little buddy. No escapes today. Put him back in there, put that lid back on. Make sure nobody's where I don't want them to be. Now you're fine. Okay, and we'll get on to today's cutting. So that takes care of those two snakes. First one we're going to show you is going to be, God, I don't remember the whole pairing. I get some disinfectant on me, but I do know it is a banana spin. So this is Alex's second clutch to, I want to say, a GHI. I'll double check that for you really quick. Banana spin to a GHI lesser. So a lot of things that can be in here: banana, pinstripe, spider, GHI, and lesser. Now he did pick these pairings, so like we did not pick the pairings for him. We followed what he wanted. So if you like the pairings, give him the credit. If you don't like him, you can yell at him. I think this is a pretty damn good pairing myself. So let's see what comes out. First thing we're going to roll is Q-tips. They're no longer necessary at this point. And as you can see, we do have at least 2, 3 that I see that are pipped. So today is the day. As far as the pips go, you're looking here, here, all over the place, and then right there. So these are definitely ready to cut. So let me go ahead and try to get a good angle on them for you and see if that'll work, right? So now you should be able to see some things. I might be able to see a little bit while we're doing this. It's easier if I'm like to the side. So yeah, I'm sorry, Jeremy. I won't get to see many of the comments when I'm working, so just kind of bear with me. We're going to start right here. Well, this is a darker snake. I can already tell you that just by what I can see. So I know we did not hit banana. You know, I'm just going to pick that egg up. Sometimes it's just easier to pick the egg up. There we go. That should give us a pretty good view on there. And that appears to be GHI. I'm not seeing much of anything else in there. It's looking pretty GHI. But we'll see when it comes out. But hey, don't cut the snakes, bro. Never cut one yet, man. Never cut one yet. And I don't intend to start now. Sometimes when you do cut eggs, you will see some blood. And that can be just veins in the egg. So don't worry about that. But if you look, right here is a point on my scissors. See it pulling up? So I know I'm on just the shell. That's one of the reasons why I actually do like scissors a lot. Because I feel more confident in what I'm doing. This is going to be an interesting baby. So let me get that flap open and show that to you guys. So what I'm seeing here is pretty much an all-white snake. That may develop some pattern, some time. We'll see, because I'm not exactly sure what we got going on in there. Because we should not have, from the parent I know, anything that can make a bell. We've only got one, see what I'm talking about there? That vein there is bleeding a little bit, it's not the animal. And you can look here too, and there's another all-white snake on at least the head. So we'll have to kind of see what the pairing is. Well, I know what the pairing is, but you could be dealing with a retained sperm issue. You could be dealing with see, that's another all-white snake. So there you are. 2 all-white snakes. Not exactly sure in a GHI. So we do know with GHI lesser was, I believe, the mother? Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to go back and like really look and see what we did. When they're not your animals, it's a little more difficult to remember. I'm just going by what was written on the wall. Now that has got banana in it. For sure. Not just banana. There's more to that snake than banana. To see more when it comes out. But definitely hitting some pretty cool animals here. Didn't ever notice that little guy. Which little guy? 2 more here. This one's also already got a pit, so we'll go ahead and just do it first. Whew. So that one looks to be hard to say as it keeps going. That might be a GHI lesser, so that would kind of confirm what's going on. But it could be that there's another gene floating on one of those that gives us those all-white snakes. That's possible. I do try to be careful when I cut them. Yeah, I don't pull them out unless I think there's a reason to. So if there was a medical reason, I have untwisted one in the umbilical, in the egg before it's in the umbilicus, you know, but that's pretty rare. And I have seen a lot of people use razors, and that can be done very safely as well. There's not a right or wrong instrument necessarily. I just know I feel more comfortable with scissors personally. This is going to be another all-white snake. So there you go. A lot of all-white snakes in there. Give that a touch. Yep, doing good. But remember we hit our champagne, one of our champagne clutches last year. We had a plethora of an all-white snake. Not a plethora, we had one good one. And it actually got some color and patterns. We may learn more about those snakes as they get a little bit older. Now, let me get on to clutch 8. If you guys have been following us, we've had a really good year. as far as like how the babies are, doing and all that kind of stuff. But this clutch, I do have a few eggs that I am, slightly concerned with. Let me see if I can't get you. It's a bigger tub, more eggs in this one. Ugh. So, whoa, come on, tub or camera, don't do that to me. Don't treat me that way, camera. There we go. Yes. Upgrade the webcam. Well, this is the cell phone's way to do it. So the one I'm most concerned with is this one here. I can see some snake in it, but it seemed to deflate pretty bad. The rest of them, don't look bad at all. So there's some deflation, but they're still spongy enough. They're needing to come out. It is time. They were laid on the exact same day as those other ones. But I would suspect that we have one egg that something happened in it. Not sure what. And we're probably going to have one disappointing egg in here. Maybe more. Don't know. It's time to find out. Now this is going to be a very interesting clutch because this is from our leopard. So we had a leopard pastel that we paired to a, let me look here. I can tell you what it was. Where did I put your, that's not right. Hold on one second, we would double check. I don't want to give you the wrong information. Now I remember. That's correct. Pastel leopard to a blitz. That is the pairing. Our leopard is a possible super leopard, though. So here we go, right? Let's find out what we have going on. Yes, I have to stream off of a cell phone because our camera won't do live other than this way. So even though these haven't pipped, they're the same day. I'm going to go ahead and get this one out the way because, well, I don't have very high hopes for it. So if I'm going to be disappointed, might as well be now. When I checked these the other day to check on pips, I noticed this one had just kind of went all of a sudden. That's usually not a really good sign. Although I'll be a damned. So hang on a second, guys. This may not be as bad as I thought. Okay, you two have to come together, eggs, because I do feel like I'm getting some movement in there. I am. So hot diggity damn. Let's we're gonna make a little bit more room for that animal because there is a chance though that this animal might still struggle because it is just in a ball there. So I'm hoping that we don't have a deformity situation, but I think we do. It looks to me like that one's probably going to be alive. It's alive. It's moving. We'll give it a chance to crawl out and see what happens. But I do think that that one is going to have some spinal issues and some kinking. Now, that'll be the first one we've had this year that's done it. So I'm not overly... I'm concerned for this baby, but if this one's got some issues, I'm not going to be, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm really upset, but you're going to have a few of those as your year goes on. That's why we do these live, is so when we do have something, you guys see it with me, you know what's going on. There's nothing that's going to be hidden. I'm surprised that that was a live egg, to be honest. And we'll see if it's able to ever crawl out. But it did go term and hatch. Now the rest of these are looking pretty good. Now our leopard, like I was telling you earlier, is a possible super leopard. That is a kick-ass looking snake in there, gentlemen. Let's give that thing a little touch. Ooh, really? Yeah, I'm not sure where I was going on that one just yet. We'll look forward to it crawling out. Looks really good. We're going to come down here now. Don't be surprised if that one that I said probably has spinal kinking ends up being something that we have to cull. Well, that'd be very unfortunate. It'd be the first one this season. And compared to last year, we'd be miles ahead at this point. Now, the reason I said our leopard is a possible super leopard is it had produced one other time and apparently produced all leopards. But somebody's have to come out the egg. That one looks good before I can tell in a leopard, because leopard's not something I'm overly experienced with. So I'm going to do some comparisons. But that one right there, I don't necessarily think has the leopard in it. So any hopes of super leopard would be a long shot at this point. But again, it's not out. It's hard to say. Woo! That's probably going to be interesting right there. So there's a lot going on with that snake. We might have a blitz leopard sitting here. It's healthy as well. And the blown out holes are what's kind of telling me that. Let me get this one ready to cut. Okay, that's looking very leopardy. We got leopard going on in there. I don't know if I can get a movement out of it. Yep, I can. So it's doing good. Whew. So anyway, I see some sold. and B1G and 8. Big Nate, maybe? Is that Big Nate? Is that what we're going with? I'm hopeful too, but I'll be honest. What I'm seeing in there tells me we're going to have probably a severe kink. And it's probably going to be a severe enough kink in a section that I don't think the snake will be viable. That's just what I'm seeing in a nutshell. Now, I've been wrong before, and I'll hope to be wrong again. But it's going to be hard to know for sure. Hard to know for sure. Until it's out. Or until it can't crawl out. I do have to remove it. But that's kind of what it's looking like. And that egg looked like it had some problems with the egg. And that's probably what caused our issue. You know, and... Ooh, you got blitz in you. Are you blitz leopard? Probably so. And you're moving good. And, you know, it made people miss the tub. Was it get dry? I don't know if you can see, but my finger's extremely wet. It's not a dry tub. Don't roll over like that. Silly snake. So it's just, you know, unfortunately probably one of those things. Which, get that out of there. Sucks, but it is part of it. I mean, if you think about all the eggs we've already cut this year, you know, we're bound to have one or two problems. And all in all, we've had a pretty problem-free year. This is also not a first-year mom, but a first-year mom for us. Oh, wow. That's a funky snake. That's probably it. That might be all three genes, guys. I think we have a couple, though. So I think that, man, I am seeing a lot of leopards. Maybe I'm wrong on that one I'm seeing over here. And looking at, oh no, that's not the one. It wasn't that one. Which one was it? It was this one. Maybe when it crawls out, we'll see more leopard-like. Because wouldn't that be really cool if we did hit the super leopard? Man, that'd be awesome. That'd be make that female, you know, even better than we thought. Because she was our first leopard that we ever bought. Only leopard we have still. Now, with this pairing here, there's a good chance we'll add to that. I do intend to probably have a holdback or two from this pairing. But I won't keep it all. You got my word. Yeah, it's looking probably leopardy too, honestly. Come on, give me some movement. Oh, there it is. So, flip these around. Talk to you guys for a minute, kind of tell you the situation on all that. And that way I can actually see your questions. I've been missing all this time. Ugh. Let's try to get this somewhat stable. All right. Yeah, so on the kink snake, I saw a few comments on that. I just kind of hopped in. So kinks, I don't know how rare they are. They can be caused by any number of issues. Incubation temps is one. I don't think it's an incubator issue right now just because all of our other babies have come out wonderful. So probably not, incubator temp related. Could it be? Could it be one? Sure, absolutely could. Could it be egg development? Could it be something in the coding? Yeah, I mean, it could be. So, yes. And kind of like what Sky is saying right there. So let's say that thing comes out and it does have a kink. If it is a viable animal as far as it can live, I mean, yeah, it may not move as well, it may not do some things as well, but if it can live and eat and feed on its own and do all the things that it really needs to do, we would likely probably find somebody local or maybe somebody on Patreon that I know can try to care for it and would have an agreement not to ever breed it, obviously. And my business partner's trying to call me while I'm live. I'm live, dude! But yeah, we would try to find a home for it as a pet. As a matter of fact, I have a snake here right now. That was one that, this is just kind of something I believe in. So we have a snake here at this moment in time that we had, somebody had bought and reserved. It was cold weather, we were able to actually come pick up stuff. They got 2 to pick up from us. And I had to call him the other day and say, and I told him that snake had prolapse before, which happens in baby snakes sometimes, they'll prolapse. Well, this thing's prolapse, I fixed it probably 4 or 5 times. And so I called him back and I said, look, I don't want to charge you for this snake. We can either give you credit or we can give you your money back on that one, And here's the deal with it. This is what's going on, and it should not be bred. Now, if you're comfortable with it, we can figure something out. And if you were wanting it for a pet, I got no issue with that. But it's not a snake that's of breed quality. It's not a snake that's of breed standard because it's having this many medical issues. It should not be given a chance to pass on whatever's possibly going on in it if it has some genetic morph or malfunction that it could possibly pass on. Now, do I have to call people and tell them that? Nope, I don't. But that's what we do because I think it's the right thing in this hobby to do. So my point being that there are snakes that are used just for that should only ever be a pet. Anything with a kink, even if it's not even a major kink, I would not want to use for breeding. It's just me personally. Some of them can. What is prolapsing? That's when for lack of I have to be a little crude, it's when the in parts of the asshole become outside parts of the asshole. So part of the intestine is going to blit. So yeah. And right, somebody asked, where do you buy my snakes? They hit the nail on the head. They go to Patreon first, and if there's anything left over, then I'll take it to a show when shows are back. Which so far I haven't been to a show to sell snakes. I went to one approximately a year ago. I think I had 6 normals, like a pastel and spider. Okay, I wouldn't even have gone to that show. However, it was a local show and I wanted to support it. So most of them go there, and there are more reasons to join on to the Patreon, like the Discord that for everything, and for a webcam trade. Honestly, if we need a webcam, we'd probably just purchase one. If we do any trades on any animals, which we are open to doing, it would have to be through Patreon because they will get first dibs. Anything else left over, then sure, we can trade or sell. But mostly getting a webcam, I don't want to mess the computer up, we'd have to get the lighting and technology stuff in here. I'd have to go to my technology guy. But the community is well worth it. Everybody else that's on our Patreon is actually allowed to sell their snakes on there as well. It's not just you can only buy from me and to hell with everybody else. That's not how we operate on there. There's actually a page in our Discord for other people to sell things. There's discounts and everything else. See if I can figure out how to do that, Cadillac. Maybe. Well, that might have done it. See if that worked. Yep, said it worked. So that is kind of the way those things work. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off of here and call Kurt back. I'm located in the great state of Kansas. And we don't have internet here either at the moment. That's part of the problem. But that actually is getting fixed. I talked to the internet company today. So I got to do some joining to get the fiber optics and shit in here. But if you guys do want to keep us here, we will stay with Super Chats. We're going to cut off at about the 26 mark. At 24.47 now, unless there's a Super Chat that comes in. And for Super Chat, for every $1 that comes in, we'll stay a minute longer, up to 60 minutes. It's kind of a new way of doing things. If not, then we hop over to Patreon, which we'll go to anyway. So you Patreon members, you don't have to do that. You get my full attention there. So What team is on your shirt? Well, I will tell you, I am actually a huge Viking fan, but I am not wearing a Viking shirt today. I did a lot of family in Minnesota. I am wearing a Kansas State University shirt today, so that's where you're seeing the purple. But if you look, all my walls are purple. My colors for my business were chosen as purple simply because of the fact that I was raised a Viking fan. We live in Manhattan, Kansas, which is home to Kansas State, and our colors are purple. So we kind of make that a theme. Even my computer I use is purple. So we do try to kind of keep that going through. But yeah, that is what it is. We actually do have Viking season tickets, so we're not going to be going any this year. Cutting eggs like every other day. We have, Nikki. It's crazy. So I'm going to be gone for about 4 days here coming up. And then when I come back, we'll be right back to cutting, you know? How do you request a refund from Patreon? You got to go through them. Don't be getting a refund from a Viking fan. No, it's not so cool. But yeah, we are Viking fans. But this, Power Cat, Kansas State. All right, guys. So we're at pretty much 26-minute mark. So we are going to bail from here now. We will catch you guys all next time. Patreon, we're going to slab. You're going to have to call Kurt back and see what he's calling me about. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.